If you're brand new to spreadsheets, this is the video for you. I'm going to go through the anatomy of a spreadsheet. I'm going to explain what sheets are, what spreadsheet files are, what a range is, where you can find certain cells, and I'm going to go through a few tips and tricks that I know after a decade of Google Sheets and more, almost 15 years of spreadsheet work. I'm going to help you get ahead faster than you've ever been before. So let's start with the anatomy of a single spreadsheet. You're going to find when you start Google Sheets or you create a Google Sheet that there may be some thing from Google on the right side. I've already clicked away from that. But we're going to have what we consider a blank spreadsheet. And it's made up of columns and rows. The columns are labeled as A, B, C, D through the alphabet, and you can scroll over, and usually the very first sheet you'll see ends with a Z, but that's not all. We can actually go and add a column here. You can right-click and insert column right, and it goes to double A, and then it'll go to A, B, A, C, A, D, and it'll go very, very far, but it's all letters, and on the left side, the rows are numbered 1 through, and we can scroll down and see that a normal first spreadsheet is going to have about 1,000 rows. And then at the bottom, we can see a little form field here that says add 1,000 more rows at the bottom. We can select that and say, actually, I just want 21 more rows. And click add, and it'll add 21 more rows. If we want to delete a row, we can select the entire row by selecting the number. We can also select the entire column by selecting the letter of that column. We can right-click and delete row, and we can do that a number of times. We can also click, and also select a number of rows, and it'll give you the option to delete rows. It gives you also other options that you may want, like deleting those particular cells or deleting the entire column, but we want to delete those rows there. And what's interesting about a spreadsheet is that the intersection of every row and column is a cell. And in that cell, we can write some words. We can do some math, equals 56 plus 78, or times 89, with an equal sign and some math. We also have some formulas we can put in there, and I'll go through that in a moment. But what's most important about a cell is that it has a name. Every single cell you click on has a name that we can map. Basically, this is like your old battleship game. Starts with the column, and in this case it's C, and it ends with the row, which is in this case 4. So this is C4. C4 right there. And this one, down one row and across one column, is the next letter and the next number, D5. In Google Sheets, you can see that highlighted by a little blue tint. So as our cursor moves around, you can see S here, we can see W, 16. And we always reference a cell by the letter and then the number. So column first and then the row. The next thing that's interesting is there's a collection of cells which are always going to be some kind of rectangle or square kind of thing. And this is called a range. It's a collection of cells, and we refer to this by first naming the top left corner cell. So that's B3 in this case. And then we say through or to, and we use a colon to say, okay, this is a range, we're going to go somewhere. And we always use the bottom right cell. So in this case, it's G. So that was B5, colon G15. And this is what's called a range. And we can reference cells, we can reference ranges inside of cells. So let's say I have, in B3, I've written 45. In B2, I've written sales. And I want to reference that. I want to say, okay, over here, I'm going to do a little bit of math. I'm going to say, whatever our sales are times our number of profit, 45. Well, for that sales, inside of this math, I can, instead of trying to figure out anything else, I can just say, hey, that 45 is at B3. So type in B3 and there we go. Say not 45, it was supposed to be 55. Great. So what this math is doing is referencing whatever's in B3 and multiplying it by 55. I think that's pretty awesome. And I think that's one of the core tenets of spreadsheets and why they really are amazing, because we can reference cells, we can reference ranges. And I want to share with you probably one of the biggest amazing parts of spreadsheets, and it's called formulas. When we type in an equal sign, I'll come in a little closer, we can do all kinds of math. 89 divided by 89, and then we can put parentheses around it. And that gets pretty cool, right? But what if I want to add up like different cells? I have sales, and I have some numbers here, and I want to add all of these up. Well, as you saw earlier, I can do A2 plus A3 plus A4, but that's gonna take a while, especially if I have a lot of sales. So we have something called a formula, which we can just type in here, and we're gonna use sum. And this is gonna add up everything in the range. So we can say A2 colon A5, and Google Sheets is helping us a little bit here. It knows what sum is, and it sees that there's only some numbers here. And this A5 could go down to A20 because we're gonna add more. Or we could just do A2 colon A, which sounds like it's incomplete. But actually it's saying go until the end of column A. And that's sort of a little advanced tip for you, that ranges don't necessarily have to have numbers. In fact, to be quite honest, Google Sheets is a little smarter than us. And if I put the range A colon A here, which is just the entire A column, it's still going to have the same sum here. So it's looking at that word sales and it's saying, well, that's not a number, and it's disregarding it. So I can add a number here. I can add more numbers, and that sum is just going up and up and up, and I don't have to change it. I don't have to add more cells here. This A colon A is taking the entire column, no matter what's in it, and adding it all up. And this formula, sum, is a built-in sort of programming language, sort of a built-in thing, a machine, and we have to feed that machine some kind of cells or ranges. And how do you know what are the all kinds of formulas? Well, we could type in A, B, C, D, and see all of those, right? There's another way to see all the formulas. And they're actually gathered and collected in better ways. So we can insert function here. It's called a function. We can see some of the top used ones here, like the new one, AI. But then there's all of them: array, database, dates, engineering, filtering. I like filter. I love filter, sort, and I love these unique, and I love all of these. And if you learn more and more about Google Sheets and you watch more of my channel here at Better Sheets, you're going to find out my favorite formula is if. And it's hidden inside of here, logical. If, I love it. It's my favorite. It adds a little bit of a logical expression to your cell, so you can put in two different things. And if a cell is one thing, it'll do one thing. And if it's the other, it'll do another. If error is also really, really helpful. So yeah, I have actually, funny enough, one of the weirdest moments in my life was I was staying late at a job, and I just went through this formula list, and I just went through each and every one. I was like, what does that do? What does that do? Some of them have some silly names, like concatenate. Ends up being one of the ones you're going to use a lot. And it has a very silly name. And there's some statistical stuff here, like average if is really good, really useful. But there's also a lot that I do not know still after 15 years. I've never used a cough. It's the inverse hyperbolic cotangent of a value. I've never used that. Ceiling, I've never used. But doesn't mean other people don't. There's 500. Actually, there's more than 500 formulas here. And I have my own database of these formulas over at Better Sheets. You can see the most used formulas, most popular formulas, and here's all of the formulas in the order of how many videos I have made that include them. So you see, if it's my favorite, it's my most used formula. There's also filter. If and is blank go very well together. Index is oddly one of the most useful, most underrated Google Sheet formulas ever. But you'll see them all here. And if you click on one, like if you click on if, you'll see a bunch of tutorials, or if you become a member. You can also try it yourself. That's one of the newest features I've ever put in here. Use the if formula to check if the value in A1 is greater than 10. If true, return yes, otherwise return no. And I know what this is, and if I didn't know, I can look at this syntax up here and piece it together. Well, I have to do it equals if for the formula. Need parentheses, need A1 is greater than 10. That's this A1 is greater than 10. And that's that logical expression. And then I can look at that value if true, so comma, and if true, yes, and comma, value if it's false, so otherwise return no. So no would go there. And let's check that. And it's correct. And if you need some hints, there are some hints here. So on every formula page, we have the description, we have some tutorials if you're a member, and we have our syntax, and you can try it yourself right here without having to go to a spreadsheet. But we're back in our spreadsheet now, and I want to share with you one more thing. Beyond AI, beyond just asking Google and YouTube the question, which I do think you should do, one thing I think you should do is explore and just look at these buttons. I'm going to go through a few of them, but I think there's so much more available when you just click on File and you scroll through and take a few moments to see, okay, here's security limitations, here's some settings I can do. Okay, cool. Edit, and click on a few and see what they do. Oh, there's a lot of ways to delete things here. That's really interesting. You can delete parts of it. And I honestly have discovered a lot by going through these menus and realizing, oh, I can do that here. Oh, I can do this here. Oh, I can hide comment. If it's somebody else, my boss is having a bunch of comments, I can just hide them and get my work done. Zoom, full screen. I can insert a lot of different things. One of the coolest things is you can insert an image. But you can insert an image in a cell or over the cells. And here's this new one, generate an image. I'm actually super excited to try that. That's AI right inside of the sheet. I could make a cool header. I don't know if I can create a graph, or if I want to create a graph with that. But I can also insert a drawing. Okay, I can make a little sketch of something, some basic shapes. Here are all my functions, as I said before. Here, I can insert a link into a... Oh, okay, I can just add the text. That's really cool. And I really love exploring through all of the different formatting, all of the different data, the tools. There's Gemini. There's even more here. Can't see, I have it zoomed in there. Extensions. AppScript, one of my favorite things. I discovered this about 2 weeks into using Google Sheets because I had been also on Excel and using VBA before. This is more than 10 years ago. Oh my God, it's like 13 years ago. But I discovered Google AppScript, and oof, my life has never been the same. I actually made a bunch of these add-ons. Add-ons, oh my gosh, there's so many add-ons to explore. You can get add-ons. You can explore the entire marketplace once it loads here. There it is. There's so many apps and things inside. So two kinds of add-ons that I'll say is one, it's some kind of company that has created an add-on that uses their app. But the second one, which is more important, actually I've created a bunch of these, is add-ons that just use a little bit of AppScript and do something for you. So they're actually totally free. That someone else has tried to do this automation or done something like this, and you can find them here. All kinds of things. There's even some that have been built by Google. There's connections again to other apps, but some of these actually are just going to help you in your sheet. Like Sheet Styles is mine, and what it does is it just colors the background text and changes the font in like one click. So you can install this. 9,000 people have installed this so far. Just try it out. And it just helps you style your sheet a little bit easier. It has some preset styles, but you can also save your own. If you're like, hey, I like this font, I like this color, and I like this color background, you can change it with just a click with the sheet styles. Again, it's absolutely free. Check it out. I have some other ones here by Better Sheets. But yeah, go check it out. You can just install it and use it. It's really easy. A little sidebar on the right side. Let's get back to the anatomy of the sheets and just want you to have a feeling of exploration. Go through the menus, but also go through these, what I call menu buttons. And they are easy to access. This paint format, I don't think I've used in like 10 years. I think I've used it a couple times. Zoom, if you want to zoom out or zoom in. That's pretty cool. I can zoom out the page also by using Command and the hyphen or Command and plus sign. But if you want to actually zoom in the sheet or zoom out the sheet, you can do that there. $sign changes all of this to dollars or percentages. That's a lot of percentages. Or increase more decimal points or see less decimal points. Actually, I don't want percentages. I want dollars. And then I want more cents, tiny cents. No, it's okay. If I want to revert that back to normal plain text, here's more formats. I can say plain text or automatic. And that's actually what we want. Change the font really quickly here. And also, I can click more fonts. And here I can install more fonts than you ever thought possible. Like, there are so many cool fonts here. News cycle, wow. You'll find all sorts of them here. Oh my God, there's so many. But yeah, discovering this kind of stuff is really interesting. And honestly, this takes 5 to 10 minutes out of your day just to explore. Click on this more. There are more things here like horizontal align and vertical align. I use these all the time. These buttons I use all the time. In my screen, they are at this more, but now if I zoom out, I can see them a lot more. Maybe your ratio is different. You can insert a link right here, but I also like to use Command+K. So Command+K. Oh yeah, I'm going to link to that sheet, what I sell at Better Sheets, and have some sale in the sales column so I can quickly get to that sheet if I wanted to. And that was just this insert link button, but I can also do Command+K and do it. I actually just want to delete it for now, and I can just remove the link there and see all these functions. Oh, they make it so easy to find all the functions, right? All of them right here. In insert function and over here in this sort of odd Greek letter here, that's functions too. If we select a cell and click this button, can't tell what it's doing. Sometimes you cannot tell exactly what it's doing. I think it's adding an indent. But honestly, after 15 years in Spreadsheets, Excel, and Google Sheets, there's a lot of stuff I don't use. And if you need help, you can always ask Gemini for help or ask me for help down below. I'm happy to get you going and moving and rocking and rolling if something happens, if you get an error. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you explore more.
You're watching Better Sheets here on YouTube. You have 2 options here for your next video. Before you go, comment down below if you have any question whatsoever, and I'll make future videos from those questions. But for right here, right now, one of these videos could be your next Google Sheet.